Hey, what's up? Chef Billy Parisi here. I can't even begin to describe to you how many phone calls, text messages I've gotten from friends, family, and ex-coworkers asking me all about the show The Bear. Have I seen it? Is it real life? Well, guess what? I've actually never had a chance to even watch it yet. And I am crazy excited because I spent 12 years in Chicago and I want to see how accurate this show is. Plus, I have a culinary degree and I spent 15 years in the restaurant industry. So without further ado, we're going to get into season 1, episode 1.
Yo, 25 pounds?
25? No, I ordered 200.
Paid for 25.
Okay, so obviously this takes place in Chicago. It looks like he's working at like a sandwich shop and someone's dead. Maybe a brother or a dad, and money is obviously short because he said, I ordered 200 pounds of beef and they only gave 25 pounds because that's all he paid for. So I can definitely relate to that a little bit. I've worked in some restaurants where cash is always short. That's the problem in restaurants. Cash flow coupled with inventory, that's always, well, that's any small business. But looking like he's trading old jeans and lots of quarters from his gaming machines just to try to get those other extra pounds of beef. So it's already looking like it's a pretty crazy place to work. We'll see what happens here. All right, really quick, I know this is another brief stop here. He is, from a restaurant culinary perspective, he seared off a round and he's braising it. So I see the onion, celery, and carrots, the garlic, the tomatoes. So it looks pretty good. It looks like a real classic braise. So far, at least from a food perspective, at least they're doing some of the right things.
Here, you give me your...
Yes.
Thank you. Linear smoke vec. That's some serious heat. What's...
Sydney, the young lady who is staging, you've never heard of a stage before. It's spelled like stage, S-T-A-G-E. And what that is a tryout, an on-the-job tryout. So oftentimes, and this has happened to me once in the restaurant industry, you submit your application, you sit down with the chef, okay, everything looks good, let's see if you actually know how to cook. So you come in the next day and you work the entire day. And they have you doing all sorts of things, whether it's making specials or just prepping or getting ready for the dinner service. In this case, they want her to make the family meal so they can all taste it and see what kind of level she's on. But she said she worked at Alinea, and that's one of the best restaurants in the world. So I'm guessing she knows dang sure what she's doing. All right, let's see what else.
Okay, so you know the drill. You're gonna make family. It's meat plus 3, and we eat around 2.
Yeah, heard. Dope. Cool.
Real quick, in case you're wondering, he said you're going to do family, me plus 3. Family is family meal. That means she's going to make food for the staff so that there's no pilferage, so they're not snacking on the food that they're supposed to sell to customers. And me plus 3 is just 4 people in the kitchen.
Announcement. Listen up. Bread stays the same. Gravy stays the same.
All right, already some awesome tension. So I don't even have the guy's name yet, but the chef who was running the restaurant, apparently his brother died. That's who he's filling in for. And his cousin just came into the restaurant and he's already busting his chops saying, before you got here, everything was totally fine. I had it rolling. But this guy's coming and shaking some things up, and people don't like that.
Not system.
Michael's system.
What is this system?
People don't like change in the restaurant industry. I can tell you that firsthand. Whether it's customers or the owner, they want things to be what they know. They're afraid to shake things up. So this guy's already coming and stirring the pot. Already love that, because trust me, I've actually been in that situation 2 times. Love stirring the pot in the restaurant industry.
Order! Behind.
Order.
All right, 2 really quick things as it relates to the restaurant industry. They say behind a lot. That just means you're walking behind someone as they're working so they don't back up and elbow you. Totally accurate. That word is said 8 million times all day long. The other thing that's weird, though, is everyone's calling each other chef. Like whether it was the dishwasher or the line cook
Chef.
or the person staging or the cousin.
Chef. Chef, no, please, chef. Chef.
Everyone's chef, which is... Now, I've never seen that before. The chef was the chef, and that was the chef de cuisine, the executive chef. We called them chef. That was it. That was the kind of term of endearment, respect that they earned over the years. So to call everyone chef, that seems a little weird, but I don't know. I'm not sure where they got that from.
Take my pot, Jeff.
All right, one thing that's really funny, he just burnt his hand by picking up a pot like on the cooktop. As many times as you think you know what's going on in the heat of everything, you don't. And that really pertains to hot pans. People just pick up pans thinking, oh, it's fine, it's cold. And then you hear that sound, and that is flesh burning. Always have a towel. They say your right hand becomes the tongs, the left hand becomes the towel. So that was very classic. This happens all the time. Like I say, I don't really cut myself anymore, but I still burn myself quite a bit.
Just make it easy and make the spaghetti. They taught you how to cook with ants, but none of these taught you how to make a pasta.
One thing that is certainly the restaurant industry, at this age, I wish it wasn't, but it is, the non-stop F-bombs and cursing. That's just a part of it. That is the culture. Yes, I swore a lot when I was in the kitchen. I'm a different man these days, but it's definitely a part of it.
That's crumbly. It's too dense.
Do it by hand.
Yo,
It's the mixer.
it's not the mixer, all right? It's crumbly. The oven's too dry. You need to fill a baking sheet with water, put it on the oven floor, throw in another batch, okay?
Don't tell me how to do my
Just
job.
do it.
Really quick, as it relates to the bread, you know, very few restaurants make their own bread. So the fact that they're doing this at a sandwich shop is really impressive, because most of them are just going to go to Toronto's or wherever down the street in Chicago and get it. But they make their own bread, and he's giving tips on how to make it better. I love that. Definitely restaurant-y.
Yo, family. Chef, you want a plate?
All good, thank you, chef.
So clearly Bear trusts this girl who's staging. I think that's just based off her resume of working at such high-profile restaurants, because he actually is not even eating the family meal that she made. And oftentimes, when you're on your stage, that family meal can determine whether or not you get the job, if it's delicious or if it's terrible. So the fact that he's not even trying it, I'm guessing he already trusts her. Chad.
All right.
They are definitely Italian. They call each other cousin.
Cousin.
Cousin,
Me and my cousins, we all say, hey cousin, what's up cousin? So that is definitely accurate. Doesn't matter what city you live in.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. You see that difference?
Big time. Steam tray.
Yep.
You're right.
You grab me a fresh parm brie.
Heard, chef.
At the end, that was awesome. Two things happened. His cousin tried the sandwich that he didn't eat at the beginning, was like, oh, yeah, that's good. And then the baker came in and was like, hey, that water steam tray in the bottom worked. The bread is more delicious, it's softer. And you can see a little bit by little, at least towards the end of here, that he's starting to get some respect from his coworkers, and that is 100%, I would say, the reason you even call someone a chef. It's not, you're not a chef because you get a piece of paper from a culinary school. You really are a chef when others in the industry affirm you as such. And that's only done by work ethic, being there, just being a friend to somebody, mentoring people, knowing you know what you're doing, and that relates to ordering, prep, your mise en place, how you cook, how you treat others. Like, it's a combination of things. It's not just you get a piece of paper, you're a chef. This is something that takes years to achieve. So I definitely appreciate that back half of the story where even the baker said, heard chef, which lets me know he's starting to respect Bear, and Bear kind of looked at him and was like, all right, I'm starting to get it. And I don't know what happened at the end. Clearly, either two things. The pomodoro sauce that he's making, the tomato sauce he's making, is either bad because the tomatoes are bad in the can, or he doesn't want to make it. He's over it, and he's just saying, because someone just called me chef, they affirm me in this restaurant, that's like, I'm doing it my way. I don't care what you say. So super good, really interesting. Still need some pieces to the story to come together, but I'm in. I can't wait to check out the next episode for sure.